Right, so today we unpack the secrets of the wealthy or the investor in building financial freedom. Right, if we want to be rich and we want to retire rich and retire young, then we must look at the benchmark of the rich or the wealthy and then look at their investor patterns where we can learn a thing or two so that we can implement into our financial journey also to becoming financially free. Right, so if you are new to the channel, as I have always mentioned, this is a channel that we are looking at putting our effort into building wealth, trading on the stock market, either trading options or we are trading stocks or we are trading spreads, and then we also trade crypto and forex, then all the way to looking at how we can set up other online businesses like the Amazon influencer program that I've been talking about lately, or we're looking at building certain businesses where we use the online space as an opportunity. Right, so you would like to subscribe to the channel for more updates on how you can build and start your financial freedom journey without stress. I'll be right back. Okay. So let's look at some statistics here. The Federal Reserve revealed that 40% of Americans will struggle to cover an expense of $400, without borrowing or selling something to cover it. And then we also look at the budgeting practices. 32% of Americans do not follow a budget. Right, according to the Gallup poll, most people manage their money as the need arises, which can lead to over expenditures. Right. The Gallup survey also revealed that about 58% of Americans own stocks either directly or indirectly through their retirement accounts. Right, so financial literacy is something that we need to gather to be able to know when we invest, where we invest, and how to manage our investment portfolios so that we can keep our money growing from day to day and year to year to be able to, maximize the potential our money has to grow to making us financially free. Yes, so we have a lot of people who have some kind of funds coming in but lack the financial education and financial literacy as to how to put these monies into certain investment vehicles that could be yielding high potential, profits so that it can further propel their way to getting financially free. So that is why there is the need for us to discuss these 5 steps that we can follow, which the investor also uses to become financially free. You want to sit tight and then enjoy the flow. So what are the 5 secrets that we can learn from the investor perspective, and then I will call it from the rich perspective and the way they save to be financially free? And number 1 is to understand what you invest into. Right, you have money and you want to put it into a vehicle, but you must know what type of investment that resonates with you, that when figures change or market trends change, you get to understand, and then you don't become frightened as to how things are moving. Maybe things happen and then there's volatility in the market and then things shift against your portfolio, and then you are a kind of hazy. You are wondering whether to get out of the investment or to stay inside. Now, this is where that calls for an understanding into how your investment works, and then an understanding into how certain instruments behave, so that you can stay put to have the full potential of the yields of your investments. Right. This is where understanding what you invest in really matter. There are a lot of people who talk about when you mention things like crypto, the thing that comes to people's mind is risk. But of course, if you understand how crypto works, and you understand that crypto and then Bitcoin, which is the mother of all cryptocurrencies, the behavior of Bitcoin determines how other cryptocurrencies move, then you can appreciate certain movements, and instead of becoming afraid, you rather take advantage of it. Okay, so our next secret is to diversify our investment portfolio. Right. You know, diversification comes in when we have money and we can invest into different types of assets to balance our portfolio. You could be looking at investing on the S&P 500, and then you look at, so that is talking about an ETF on the stock market, and then you look at investing some part of the money into gold, okay? And then you are looking at investing some part of that money into silver, and you are looking at investing some part of that money into other ventures, you know, other sectors. Even when you look at investing on the stock market alone, we have this S&P 500. You look at that one, and there are other instruments in different sectors. You could look at sectors, you could look at manufacturing, you could look at household items, you could look at tech, you could look at AI. These are all different categories of investments that we can put our money into, so that, let's say that the tech market is not performing well, then maybe household items could be performing well. If our household items are not performing well, then we could look at AI performing well. These are all things that when you look at balancing your investment portfolio with, then you stand a chance of not losing a chunk of your money. Right. This is why we would need that understanding as to how to diversify our portfolio, so that in all seasons we stand to gain. So the investor secret number 3 that they use to stay ahead of the game is patience. Patience pays. Right. And then the legendary investor Warren Buffett have told us to, look at portfolios and look at investments that we can put in for long term, so that we could reap, the full potential of whatever asset that we are investing into. Sometimes, people look at investment, and then when the investment is yielding so much profit, then we get inside and then we want to, recoup, and then we leave it. But then if we could have patience for these investments, then we realize that we could be reaping thousands and thousand percentages of our investment. Now, why patience pays here is that sometimes when certain volatility happens to your asset and you don't take time, you may want to sell off and then just take your money. But if you understand, like point 1, if you understand how things work with particular instruments and assets, then you could have the patience to wait for the full potential of your investment yields. To become financially free, then we cannot, consume the income that we make from our investments. Compound interest is a magic tool that works when we have the patience, like I speak on the last point, we have the patience to wait and also to invest our profits back into the same investment vehicle that we have, so that we don't use our profits because they keep coming, but then we invest them back into whatever we think fit for them to also start generating multiple streams of income from the same initial investment that we have made. Right. So we should learn the attitude, just like the investor and the rich does, that they do not consume their profits from investment. They put them back and let the compound interest magic work magic for them to retire rich and retire young, and then to become financially free. I can't go without saying that we need to stay on top of the game by learning, about investing and learning about whichever areas that we invest in. Talk about stocks, crypto, forex, whichever way it is, or the online space, to look at how we can stay ahead and gather knowledge concerning our investments. Things change every day. And then, in our world today with AI, certain things shift very quickly. And you need to fall in the pace of the changing environment and stay ahead by studying and learning more, so that you will be able to further invest your assets into a good yielding, percentages of certain areas where you could maximize your profit. So there you have it. 5 secrets of the investor to becoming financially free. And I will go over them. That one, you need to understand what you are investing in. Right. Just so that you'll be able to prepare yourself psychologically against certain unexpected events that happen and which may turn your investment into the red. And then the second thing is to diversify your portfolio. And then the third is to be patient, because patience definitely will pay off. Okay? And then we have the fourth one that encourages us to behave like the rich, not consuming our profits, but put our profits back into investing, so that compound interest will work magic for us. And then the last one is to keep learning and to keep up with the pace of investing. If you are new to this channel, I would want to ask that you subscribe to the channel, because here, like I've always said, we are looking at tools and techniques and strategies that we can use to maximize yield from the online space, to further put them into an investment vehicle where we can maximize passive income, or we can maximize our potential to retiring rich and retiring young. And you don't want to miss it. Hit the subscribe button. And for those who are well builders who have returned to view, thank you for coming back to always watch subsequent videos. I appreciate you so much. Continue to like, and then continue to comment and leave any questions that you have, and I'll be glad to answer them. Until I see you on the next video, it is bye for now.
Start with nothing, start today. Learn to hustle, find a way. Brick by brick you build it right, from the morning through the night. Dreams are growing step by step, every fall a future pep. No experience, just a heart, that's the way you got to start.